Hey little sister, who's the only one? Hey little sister, YouTube, oh yeah. Hey little sister, streaming Monday afternoon. Gonna stream now. It's a nice day to stream again. Come on, it's a nice day for Monday streaming. It's a nice day to stream again. Oh, what's going on, guys? I think, can you hear me? Hold on, let me see if we can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. It's fine, and you can hear me, and we're all here, and I'm actually going to turn that down, and we're good. Oh boy. Don't ever work out. It's bad. Don't do it. It's bad for you. Hey Peyton, hey Zoe, hey Brianna, hey Zoe, I said hi to Zoe, hey Loki Laufeyson, hey Bubble Bubble Pop, hey Christina, hey Polar Bear King, hey Emma, hey Yael, hey Karen, hey Silver Sky Dragon, hey Girlfriend Amata, hey Wraith, and hey Kazara. Did I say hey to Emma? I think I did. I think I said it. Hey Ace. I said it. Hey, did I say hey to Ace? Okay. I always, as soon as I say your name, I forget. So, don't be mad. So, guys, had a pretty good weekend. Went out to Wondercon for Saturday, kind of morning-ish, afternoon-ish. And we had fun. Took a few pictures, but not like, you know, not like the old days. Kept moderately busy. And then, came home after seeing another friend. And then just went to bed. Because it was real tired after a con. I used to go be like, oh, con happens Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's go do all the things. And god damn it, I can't. Saturday was enough. So here we are. We're here and we're just, you know, trying to hang on through the garbage that is April Fool's Day and all the stupid shit that people are posting about, like, oh yeah, there's a dinosaur or something. I don't know. Mark Wahlberg's pregnant with 3 babies. Like, just weird shit that people are making up for April Fools, and it's like, I don't care. You're not pregnant. You're not quitting. You're not moving away. You're just saying that because it's April 1st, and you think you're so goddamn funny, and you're not. So we won't be doing any pronked stuff today. We're not doing any pronks. We're just hanging out. Got it? Good. April 1st is probably having a ball today since he's the trickster. Incorrect. Someone before was asking if I had watched the Flash episodes, and the answer is no. I did not enjoy the Flash. How's the cat? Cat's good, Zoe. She's over in the window right now. She's over. You see through all. See that? This little guy right here, that's a cat. Also my extremely messy desk. So that's a little peek at the cat's butt. What's your opinion on guns with legs? Oh, yeah, so Borderlands 3 put out its trailer a little couple days ago. I don't mind. I think guns with legs are interesting. You shoot a gun, you throw it on the ground, and it runs off and does its own thing for a while. Why not? It's about time. About time guns started killing people instead of people killing people. So, yeah, I'll try a gun with some legs. I'm not going to buy that shit until it costs $10, though, that's for sure. Certainly not spending $60 on a brand new video game. I dropped a bunch of thumbtacks. Shit. Sorry, Hubble Bubble Pop. I love how you pronounce my name. Yeah. Oh, geez, Zoe. I'm sorry to hear that. We're not gonna get into it though. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, that's a big, huge downer. I was expecting a prop today, but nothing so far. Womp womp. Yeah, Kazara. One of those things. If you're working, if you're not making the proper costume yourself, it's gonna be late and it's gonna be over budget. It's gonna cost more than you expected it to, and it's gonna take longer. Because that's how art is. Especially if you want good stuff that takes a long time. So just hang in there. Maybe it'll get there before you have to go to a con with it, hopefully. Did you know that March 31st, yesterday, was International Loki Day? I saw something about that Silver Sky Dragon. I don't know who made that shit up, but I hope you enjoyed it, because I personally didn't celebrate it. What on earth did I come into? You're fine, Layla. I'm volunteering at my local library now. That's good. All right, volunteering's good. I can find somewhere to volunteer. I gotta find somewhere to work first, though. Not making this up. Actually a real thing. Okay. How's your day going? Polar Bear King, it's going all right. You know, I'm getting a little bit of work done. Just organizing Dimension Dorks today. I've had to contact a few people. We're going to have, on the next episode of Dimension Dorks, and you will hear it first, Gur from Invader Zim. The voice actor who played Gur will be on Dimension Dorks this week. So, if you guys like Invader Zim, tune in and you'll be able to see, I think it's Ricky Simons. So, that'll be cool. He'll be like our biggest celebrity guest yet, and I hope he brings in some people. So keep tuned. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Gur on Dimension Dorks with Loki. Hate you. La 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 la. Not making this up. My cat's sleeping on my side right now. It's so cute. Oh, cute. I'm finishing up a costume right now. Literally 2 more seams. Done with the whole costume. That'll be cool, Kazara. I can't wait to see what you got. Are you going to watch Endgame on the 26th or later? Emily, I'm honestly hoping I get maybe a chance to see it a little sooner. I have a few friends that may or may not have worked on it, and I'm hoping maybe I can just kind of squeeze in a little, maybe get to see it a day or so before. That'd be ideal, but we'll see how it works out. Otherwise, I'll probably find time to see it that opening night. I just hate the crowd, but what are you going to do? Finally didn't miss one. Thanks, Steven, for coming in today. Steven Plays Games. You could be playing games right now, but you're here with us. That's pretty cool. I finally got the shield boss for my Viking shield boss for my Viking shield today. I guess that's cool. What's a shield boss? Is that like the center of the shield, or is that like the shield's like overbearing corporate overlord? How are you doing? My favorite comments about the game announcement is the one dude who said, "I'm so hyped someone shoot me in the face." Yeah, I mean, that's classic Borderlands. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to more than anything. Because it doesn't look like it's that much different than anything else as far as the Borderlands sort of trilogy now goes. Like, it looks like it's going to be another Borderlands game, but you know what? Those other Borderlands games were pretty goddamn good games. So I'm happy to have that be the case. Props are still going to take longer and be over budget, even if you make them yourself. It's true, but at least then you know what's going on instead of, somebody else being like, "Oh yeah, I shipped it yesterday," and then it comes in 3 months later. That seems to be the kind of MO of like, less than perfect professional artists who are like, "Hey, I'll get you this thing in 2 weeks or whatever," and then 3 weeks later they're like, "Oh, you didn't get it yet? Well, I shipped it on time. I don't know." And then you finally get it like 3 months later, and it's like, "Oh, they just didn't ship it until 3 days ago." And that's always a bummer to know that like one of your artists hasn't been telling you the truth. Going to my baseball game this weekend. That's cool, Zoe. I completed my last diploma finally. Also pretty cool. Hi, Peyton's back. Hi, Peyton. Hey, Chris. 1 month left till I walk across the stage to freedom. Well, Brianna, I don't know if it's freedom, but you'll certainly walk across into a lot of obligation. Man, no matter if you're graduating from high school or college, you're dipping your toe in a real pile of shit, because that's when the job hunt starts. And turns out your mom and dad are still working in those jobs. And there's not any new ones coming around the bend. Unless you're like the best fucking like technical expert in something in the world. But what do I know? Hey Corey, how's it going? Who is your favorite professors from Harry Potter and why? Ooh, favorite professors from Harry Potter. I mean, everyone loves McGonagall, right? I also like Hagrid. He's probably my favorite because he can't keep a secret, and I think that's really funny. Oh, shouldn't have said that. I like it when he does that. So let's say Hagrid. What shirt are you wearing, says Zoe. This shirt was a gift from Amata's friend Jane, who went to Hawaii, and she gave me a Hawaii shirt. So now I have a Hawaii shirt, and I wore it all day yesterday and all day today because I am a slob. And I didn't feel like dirtying up a new shirt with my disgusting, sweaty body because it's getting warmer. Summer's a-coming, and Los Angeles is gonna put the boots to me. So the less sweaty shirts I can generate, the better. Let's see what else we got. You look and sound a lot better now than you were sick. Glad to see you're well. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm still a little stuffy. Got a little stuff up in here. But I better be getting better because I got Geek Meet coming up on Sunday at the Slide Bar in Anaheim. And I got to sing like an hour-long set. And man... Well, I don't have to... Let me rephrase that. I'm going to be singing along with another singer during an hour-long set. So I got to sing for like a half an hour's worth of songs throughout the course of an hour. And I don't want to have a shitty stuffy nose. So that'll be nice to not be sick then. Hubble Bubble Pop, say hi to your dog. Say Bork Bork for me. Do you think Loki's dead in the Avengers? I don't know. I could see it going either way, honestly. Olivia says, hey Bill, happy Loki Day. Happy day after Loki Day, Olivia, I think. 1 day left until I graduate high school. Get in there, Peyton. Get it done. Turns out I already have somewhat stable job, so not exactly jumping into shit. Brianna, give that job another 2 years. You think high school took a long time? Wait until you're 4 years into that job and you're like, oh wait, I never graduate. This is it. And it sucks. There's no summer vacation. Hate life. Turns out, favorite professor is Snape because he is the Half-Blood Prince. Well, that seems a little biased. They Shall Not Grow Old is playing at my local movie theater. You worked on that, right? I did, Kazara. If you want to go see a depressing movie, They Shall Not Grow Old is a great option for it because, man, that is some depressing shit. A lot of people die. Some other things die too, but I'm not getting into that because we're having a good time today. And we're not talking about old men crying because they've suffered immense trauma, despite the fact that they do their best to talk about how fun it was to be in World War I. Not good. Turns out I already have a son. Okay. Me too. Can't wait to graduate high school. Just gonna say this now. You probably didn't have any pranks pulled on you, and you probably didn't pull any pranks on people. I probably did not because I definitely did not. I am not a prank guy. I'm not a surprise guy. I don't like people trying to surprise me when they don't absolutely need to, or especially when they don't know me that well. Because, oh boy, is a surprise and inconvenience when it's something that you don't necessarily want. It can be a very not fun thing to endure when someone's like, hey, I got you a surprise! And it's like, oh, it's something I have to, like, put up with for an indeterminate amount of time. So, yeah, no pranks, no surprises on my end. I kind of like a nice, solid plan. Stick with the plan, everyone has a good time. I have been in this job for almost 3 years. Oh, Brianna, you're already part of the machine. You're already been assimilated. Do you think Loki's going to be alive in the Avengers 4 movie? Yeah, we already went over that. I don't know. I could see it going either way. I hate surprises. Holy carp. Hey, Bill. Hey, Beer Doc. How's it going? I like that little kitty picture you got. Prank people any day. Don't do that, Brianna. Don't ever prank anybody. I'm a planner as well, Corey. I totally get you. What are your thoughts on Shazam getting phenomenal reviews lately before the movie even came out yet? Yeah, I don't know, Chris. Like, who knows? Maybe it is a phenomenal movie, and I hope it is. Like, I want all superhero movies to be great, and I want them all to be well loved. The phenomenal reviews before it comes out seems a little odd. And I think that happened with a couple other movies that I didn't particularly love. So, I don't know. I mean, I could see it going either way, but I'm thinking it's going to be great. I hope it's going to be great. It comes out Friday, right? Maybe we'll go see that. I'm a planner. What do you I have a crush. Either Domhnall Gleeson, also known as Hux, Tom Holland, also known as Peter Parker. Well, that's great, Zoe. Just you know, don't go getting spooky on me. That's all I'm saying. Just stay cool. Maybe find somebody in your neighborhood that you like. That's cool too, right? What's your favorite season, says Silver Sky Dragon? I guess spring. I usually say summer because I do like it hot, but I don't really have access to all the things that you should during summer. Like, I don't have a swimming pool where I live. So the summer gets a little rough, but I still like the summer. You know, I like the summer. The days are long. Everybody's taking their time, doing their thing. Beer Doc says, year's been good for you. Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, I could be a little more employed, but other than that, I'm not suffering for, I'm not wanting for anything, so we're doing what we can. Bubble Pop. Birthday is month. Hoping to get a few things done. Repaint room, and buy a few things. That'd be cool. Yeah, get all the things done this month. April's a good month to get some things done. He'll have to be alive unless the new Disney series is like a prequel. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big hint. Like, I got a feeling anyone that we've seen in the Spider-Man trailer is probably going to be alive. Therefore, anyone we're going to be seeing in the upcoming Disney shows they've announced, they might also be alive. I mean, just something to think about. Trying QQ. Waiting for Pet Sematary and Shazam. I have no urge to see a movie about animals being buried. I understand that they're just fake concepts of animals and that it's not a real thing, but Pet Cemetery itself is a bad phrase that I don't want much to do with. I just would rather not think about that. So that is how that goes. I've been stuck in my crappy part-time job for nearly 7 years. Change is scary, but if I'm going to be able to play Borderlands again, I'm going to need a better job. Yeah, Wraith, I mean, it sucks, but just bullshit your experience is what I find you need to do. Is just take all the experience you've gained from the job you currently have and take every skill that you have and then turn it into a much longer sounding thing. It's like, did I ring register? Perhaps you should turn that into cash delegation administrant or something like that. Did you sweep the floor? Perhaps you should turn that into sanitation engineering. Did you, push shopping carts around a parking lot? Perhaps that you should call that asset relocation and recycling administrator. Like, that's, to me, what job applications are. Is just like finding things that you know how to do but anyone also knows how to do, and then turning them into things that it sounds like no one should know how to do. What would happen if Hawkeye, Ronan, and Loki were to team up? I mean, they kind of did in the Avengers, didn't they? Not consciously on Hawkeye's part, but they did. I mean, Loki would probably have Hawkeye go out and do a bunch of stuff, and then Hawkeye would go do a bunch of stuff, and then Loki would turn that into a bigger plan, and that's how that would go. To me, Shazam doesn't look that good, but that's just me. I think it looks funny, Emma, so I'm hoping it is as funny as the thing. Have you had a chance to play any new board games lately? Yeah, Tim, what have I played lately? What's been the big thing lately? Since we talked about board games last, Dice Forge is something that I've been a big fan of. And what else did I like? Got a game called Ekitorp. That was pretty fun. Not the best game I've ever played, but also not bad either. I've gotten into Tyrants of the Underdark, and I've just bought every expansion for Mystic Vale that I can get my hands on. Good lord, I love Mystic Vale. I'll play that shit all day. I got the digital version. I'm waiting for the digital version to come out on mobile so I can get it for Amata so that she can have it on her iPad. We also play Ticket to Ride quite a bit on her iPad. But yeah, there's some other stuff I wish I could play more, like the Street Fighter game and the DC Deck Builder. I never get to play that one because no one ever wants to play it. It's too competitive, I guess. So, whatever. I've also gotten to try Photosynthesis. That's a good game. What else? I've been playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of that. Pretty sure there's been a couple other games that I liked. Oh, I liked Thunderstone. Thunderstone was fun. Thought it was better than stupid Dominion or whatever the hell it is. I hate the Texas heat, so spring is the best. I'll take spring. Yeah, spring is a close second to summer, Corey, for sure. Satanist Goth. Hello. Hey, Satanist Goth. Hope you're out there doing the right thing. Do your thoughts about September change when you're not in school? Yeah, I guess you can become a little more aloof about September. You don't feel as strongly negative about it because you don't have to go back to school, but at the same time, there's also no homecoming. There's no getting to see friends from last year again. Like, that's kind of just on you forever. So that's what happens. That's what the end of school brings for you. It snowed there, Brianna. I don't even want to know where you are. Could be worse than moved on. Yeah, Tim, I've been kind of watching the whole saga on Facebook, and I'm here. I'm looking. I'm watching. I don't feel geographically close enough to be like, hey guys, let me get in this conversation, just because it's like you guys are real far away and I don't know what all the details are. So yeah, Tim, if you wanna talk, I'm around. Zoe, go out and watch the Shazam trailer. It's pretty good. Technically, I could spin what I do as manager experience because I technically am the manager, being the only person in the GM department. Hey, do it, Wraith. Like, honestly, find a friend that you work with, use them as your reference, call yourself a manager, because there's no reason not to. People don't get jobs because of the skills they have. People get jobs because of the people they know. That's 100% of the experience I'm having right now. It's like, you get hired based on connections, not on skill set. Have you seen the pics of the Joker from the upcoming season finale episode of Gotham that's been released? Personally, the Joker looks more like a VV Arghost from the Secret Saturdays cartoon a decade ago. Well, I don't know who VV Arghost is, Chris, but I have seen the pictures, and they look very zombie-like. I mean, they've made him into a very scary villain. He's not quite as... He's leaning away from grotesque and more into just straight up horrific. Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly love the Joker as a character to begin with. So to see Joker get such a major sort of makeover isn't heartbreaking for me. I'm not invested in him, and I think it's nice. I kind of think it's nice to see him look a little different than some of the previous Jokers we've seen. Like, he should be villainous looking, and he should be someone that people fear. So whatever. I mean, I think Gotham looks like a shitty show regardless. So I don't particularly think they need the best and the brightest as far as their rogues gallery, but you know, people are going to get upset and they're going to be pissed off. Oh, look at this new Joker. I don't like how he looks. And guess what? 4 or 5 months from now, everyone's going to have that Joker cosplay. Not even. Like 2 months from now at Comic-Con, there's going to be more of those Jokers than Heath Ledger Jokers, Suicide Squad Jokers, Jack Nicholson Jokers, all of them. There's going to be a million Gotham Jokers, and they're all going to be doing whatever his little catchphrase is. They're going to have the special pair of gloves that you needed to order from a certain vendor somewhere, so you could have those yellow gloves or whatever the secret, most accurate costume part is that everyone needs. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Harley Quinn, where it's like, oh, Harley Quinn, I'm going to cosplay as Harley Quinn. Oh, the new Harley Quinn design came out. I think it's stupid. 1 month later, they're dressed as that Harley Quinn, and they're like, oh my god, I love Harley. My username is XX Harley Goth XX Joker's Love. And it's like, just start making the costume as soon as the new pictures come out. As soon as there's a new Harley design, just buy into it. Because you're going to end up doing it anyways. Where's PGC? She's on the bed now. She's just a little melted cat lump back there. Yeah, don't act like you don't hear me back there, because I know you do. Okay, go back to sleep. There she is. So that's where the cat is. Have you seen the movie called The Patriot? Is that the one with Mel Gibson? I think I have, but that was a little before Mel Gibson was so widely known to be like a blatant racist. So, we don't talk about that. Ticket to Ride is a boring game. You're a boring game, Brianna. Ticket to Ride is fun. Get out of here with that boring game shit. Maybe your attention span's lacking. God damn it. Come on. Is Loki going to be alive in the Avengers 4 movie? Peyton, I don't know. Okay? This is the 3rd time we've talked about this. I have no idea. It'll happen if it happens. Gonna have to be patient. Zoe says, what is your favorite school memory? Favorite school memory? Does that count college? Favorite high school memory was... Favorite high school memory. I didn't have many good high school memories. Favorite high school memory was pulling the senior prank. Me and like 2 other friends pulled a senior prank in my high school. We left a car in the gym the day before an assembly, and we took the wheels off it and left it on cinder blocks. And then at the end of that day, all the kids that were in detention were pushing the car out on their spare tires. That was a good day. Favorite college memory was... just the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of Smash Brothers that we would play every day. Just play Smash Brothers after class, all afternoon. And yeah, I loved college. It's one of those wish I could go back things, but now that I kind of realize how expensive and privileged it was to go there, it's like, maybe it wasn't that great of an experience for me as a person. Just got done with outdoor softball tryouts, even though it snowed yesterday. Yay, Canada. Oh boy. I do not like the sound of snow right now. One Punch Man the game is pretty fun. I've never played One Punch Man the game. I've only seen season 1 of One Punch Man. I think that's all it's out, right? Emma Dreyfus. It snowed here in Ohio, only a little. Yikes. How are you guys all getting snow? What is the deal with the snow? Helicopter flying overhead is making it hard to hear you. Go away, helicopter. Piss off, helicopter. Piss off, then. Yeah, the one with Mel Gibson. Yeah, Zoe, I did see the Patriot. That's one where a bunch of his family members get killed. Have a good time. The live chat. Got to start making tacos. Supposed to head to New York in the summer. Might hit up the West Coast in the fall. Yeah, Tim, let me know if you're coming through Los Angeles. I got time for lunch. I barely remember high school. Joys of having a shitty memory. Agreed. Yeah, I don't particularly love my memories of high school, so I'm with you there, Wraith. Have you ever played Betrayal at Mansion on the Hill? As a matter of fact, I got it right there, courtesy of, I believe it might have been from Tim. Beer Doc here. Might have been the one who sent it to me. So, yes, I actually really love Betrayal at House on the Hill. I don't have the expansion or Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. And I'm anxious to see what Betrayal at Baldur's Gate is like. But, you know, I think Betrayal, even on its own, very fun game. Do you think you'd have long hair if you didn't cosplay Loki? I just got my hair cut after growing it for a year, mostly for cosplay. Kazara, yes. The answer to that is yes. I've had long hair since 2002? So I've had long hair for like more than 15 years now. Far longer than Loki set any trends. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't need Loki to tell me how to cut my hair. He looks like me. It's not that I try to look like him. There was a funnel cloud above the Canadian Olympic Park. Very scary considering I lived a few miles away. Is that like a tornado? Doesn't sound as imposing as a tornado. How did you and Amata meet? Amata and I met... That's a tricky question. Amata and I were introduced through more or less this thing that you're watching and partaking in. And then we met at a convention in Memphis. And then she ended up... she was planning to move to Los Angeles, and so she did, and then we started dating. So that's how that went. I mean, that's not exactly the order of everything. If I had $1 for every time someone on here asked if Loki is coming back in Endgame, yeah, I don't know, Chris. It's been an interesting chat session so far. We're going to a Smash Brothers tournament in a few weeks. Well, Karen, I hope you do well, and I hope you do better than I usually do, which is to lose. The smaller the tournament, the more I like it, because man, people get real tough to deal with at the professional Smash Brothers tournaments. And there's a few around me in Hollywood. And God, the personality type of the competitive gamer is very difficult for me to deal with, because they're all like completely centered on the value of winning. But then when you're like, hey, don't you ever just want to relax and enjoy the game? And they're like, well, what's to enjoy aside from winning? And I'm like, don't you feel like you're obsessed with winning? And they're like, I'm not obsessed with winning. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I gotta go then, because you're weird and really hard to relate to. It actually left when you said that. Good, great. Piss off, helicopter. Deal with snow is Canada. New York represent. Chris, rich in no time. A funnel cloud is the beginning of a tornado before it touches the ground. Oh boy, Brianna, I don't want any part of that. Silver Sky Dragon, which Smash Brothers game is your favorite? I mean, right now it's Ultimate. I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh yeah, an older version of Smash Brothers is better because it's a version that I can screw over my opponent with like a formulaic response to every move. Like, all the people that love Melee are a little wrong-headed in my sort of viewpoint, in that it's like, there was just a thing that came out today, like a really big tournament where a couple of Melee players were so afraid of the other guy's like instant kill moveset that they got 1/3 into the match, and then they just stood there while one guy waited for the other guy to come at him. And one of the players ended up just like unplugging his controller and walking away, because neither one of them was willing to make an offensive move. They both wanted to be a defensive player. And the Smash Brothers community, over time, ever since Melee, has developed this rule set where it's like, oh, well, the game's only competitive if we play on even ground, 2 characters on a flat stage, no other variables. So they kept whittling down until eventually they just whittled out most of the opportunities in the game to do anything interesting, and everyone plays as the same 3 characters over and over again because they excel at playing at a flat ground with no variables. So you get games where it's like, I'm going to run up, I'm going to punch you once, and then I'm going to stay away from you until I win. Because that one punch puts me in the lead, and that's all I need. For the rest of the game, I can just stay in my corner, and you could stay in yours. But you're too afraid to get closer to me because you might get punched again. And it's like, fuck it then. Well, why play? Why not just flip a coin and see who the fuck wins? Like, it doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, Ultimate's my favorite, but not Ultimate with tournament rules. Ultimate with real moving levels, Ultimate with items, Ultimate with Smash Balls, Ultimate with everything it has to offer that the creators put into the game. You guys don't want to hear me talk about Smash Brothers anymore. We're going to move on. I've heard some things about competitive Smash Brothers gamers, how they turn off items in certain stages because they think that's cheating and get mad when people play with those turned on. Well, it's not that they get mad, Wraith. It's that they just don't, the entire community doesn't allow it. Like, if you go to a tournament, you will be expelled from the building if you turn items or toggle any of the settings on anything other than these like tournament rules. So, you know, yeah, like it makes it less balanced, and it's like, yeah, it puts some chance in there, but you know what else it adds is like entertainment value. Like, watching 2 players stare at each other from across an empty screen is not my favorite thing to do, while on the other hand, watching 2 players try and survive on a bunch of disappearing and shifting platforms that have bombs running around on them, and there's different other things, banana peels that are dropping out of the sky, I think that's a lot more interesting to watch. I've heard some things about competitive Smash. Okay, I'm gonna go. See you later. Bye, Emma. I still can't play Smash Brothers. My brother drilled right through my limited edition 3DS. They drilled through your 3DS with like a real drill, Brianna? Oh man, they owe you some cash money straight up. No reason to even worry about that. You just gotta collect on that. I'd sue those little bastards. Karen says it's a small tournament to fund her graduation prom. Good. That'll be a good experience to maybe at least get a couple games in with someone who's not just gonna pound you into the ground. Sounds like competitive Smash Bro players actually suck at the game and get mad at people who can actually play the game. Rave, I don't know. That's not true, because the truth is they'd be good players regardless. But it's like the difference of like milliseconds for them of, you know, if I can get one little like boop button push right before you do, then basically I get to play. It's like that Uno hand where it's like draw 4, draw 4, draw 4, draw 4, reverse, switch, it's back to me, it's my turn, and I'm done. I win. Like, that's what competitive Smash Brothers looks like. Whoever gets the first turn just gets to win. And that's fine, and it would be that way with moving items and levels, except for that one part. Except for like that 1 second where something goes wrong for them, and someone would exploit that and end up getting their turn to do draw 4, draw 4, draw 4. And like, you know, that's how the game is played, because you can only get so good before it becomes this awful, like, I'm gonna beat you mercilessly thing. One Punch Man is a board game. I've never played it. Anything with One Punch Man, probably not that balanced, because One Punch Man, it only takes one punch. Loki Lavinson, I'm sorry you fell asleep. In every Smash Brothers game, they always have that flat ground level where somebody will easily get upset. It's just a game. Learn to have fun while playing. Yeah, I mean, I think the flat ground level is actually the one where they become least upset. That's Final Destination. That's why it's sort of the standard for Smash Brothers. Working on a picture wall, looking for cutesy stuff to print out along with my Hun bandos. Hun bandos. A picture wall? I don't even know what that is. Is that like an inspiration board? That sounds pretty cool. Putting together an inspiration board with your Hun bandos. A real drill. He owes me quite a few $100. He has to somehow pull out of his ass. Jeez. It's okay, Hubble Bubble Pop. I get that it was husbandos. Husbandos. Yeah, I hope your picture wall turns out well, and I hope that you get the rest of your hundreds of dollars, Brianna, because that's no fun to have somebody just ruthlessly destroy your piece of electronics for no reason at all. Remember when I was a kid, my brother, if I ever hid cash anywhere in my room, my brother would find it and keep it. And I was just like, oh, well, there goes the $20 that was all the money in the world to me. Of course, I was also pretty mean to a couple other kids in the neighborhood because I was a little shit. I was a little shit until I was much less little. But, you know, we're all working on it. So that's what's going on. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about Wednesday. Broadcast is going to be fun. Once again, if anyone's into Invader Zim, we're going to have one of the voice actors from there on the Twitch stream for Dimension Dorks. I'm gonna design a pretty fun little mission. I've got some ideas for how it's gonna look on Wednesday, and I hope everybody's gonna like it. But I know a lot of you guys don't tune in, so it's fine. He also drilled through my Afterglow Xbox 360 headset. Oh my god. What is with your... Who's letting your little brother handle a drill? Like, what is the deal with him? He shouldn't be allowed to have anything anymore. Until he pays for those stuff he destroyed with that drill. God. Do I sew? Kazara, I only sew by hand. I have a sewing machine, but I'm so afraid of it that I've never actually broken it out. I actually just bought a nice jacket at Goodwill this weekend. Amata and I went thrift shopping, and I found a nice windbreaker. It's a nice blue windbreaker, and when the lady was ringing me out, she was like, oh, there's a big hole in it. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So check this guy out. Got a nice jacket, right? Looks good. Everything looks fine. Turn it around. What the hell is this? What's this, Goodwill? This isn't what I go thrift shopping for. I go thrift shopping for brand new luxury merchandise, not some. So I gotta sew this guy up. I'll do it by hand. It'll be fine. Oh, it's too hot to be putting on a jacket right now, though. So we're gonna have to skip the fashion show. He also drilled through. Okay, do so. Feel your pain. Couldn't get the other person to pay for it because they were an ass. Oh boy. Hand sewing right now. Yeah, Kazara, I mean, I find it therapeutic. I actually kind of like that. Last min win. Be brave, Loki. Conquer the machine. What machine? What are we talking about? Last min win. What are you doing? What is hi. Hello and welcome, kind of. Yeah, Autistic Someone went on a rampage for no reason at all. Ugh. Well, I mean, that's touchy. But yeah, for sure, it's totally worth learning how to machine sew. You can make some pretty great stuff. Yeah, Kazara, I mean, I want to. I'm just so scared. I'm so scared. I feel like it's going to go zoing, stab right through my finger, and then I'm going to die. I'm going to die of needle finger. You know what I'm talking about. Sewing machine, sorry. Oh, yeah, conquer the machine. I'll do it tomorrow, last min win. I don't know how to put the string inside it. It's like still in a box in my closet, and it's been there for years, and I need to break it out. Just because, like, this would take 2 seconds with the sewing machine, but instead I'm going to spend like 35 minutes sewing it. Have you heard of needle felting? That's really therapeutic. Just gotta be careful and not stab your fingers. I don't know what needle felting is. No. Sounds tedious. I have an idea for a Monday stream. You should cosplay. Yeah, Loki Laufeyson. I'll tell you what. You send me. I'm not gonna get started on that. No, I'm not gonna cosplay in front of a webcam on a Monday because it's too hot. During the winter, maybe it would have been more feasible, but good Jesus, I do not want to cosplay for an extra hour out of my week on a Monday afternoon. It's just exhausting to be in that stupid costume. I think in shorthand and forget doesn't always translate well. It's cool. Last Minwin, I thought you were just yelling out something random. I totally get what you were saying now, but yeah, a lot of people kind of drop in here. I didn't recognize your name. And when we get new people who are saying things that I don't immediately understand, I'm like, oh no, is this going to be one of those guys that's just yelling one of those things that I don't get? But you're not. You're yelling things that do make sense. I need to learn how to sew because I want to have clothes like Handsome Jack's, but without the cell shading, like clothes just to casually wear. It's a good goal to have, Wraith. Sounds like a lot of real thick material. A lot of Handsome Jack's clothes are very angular, so you're going to need to build some padding into there, but it's a great goal to have. Most likely stab his fingers with the machine or by hand. Yeah, I guess you could still stab your fingers, but with by hand, I'm not going to push all the way through. Like, I'm in control of how hard the needle goes through, so let's see. You take wool fiber, stab it until it becomes something like a bunny. Requires specific needle, though. Weird. I don't know if I'm patient enough for that. Gotta be honest, stabbed my fingers a whole bunch with needles and pins, hand sewing, but in several years never had issues with the sewing machine. Really? Alright, well maybe that'll alleviate my fears a little bit. Hey, fabulous RJ, good morning. Total get the fear of machine sewing your fingers. Yeah, I just hear too many horror stories from my professional sewer friends. Super nice, I'm a Hufflepuff. Alright, I like a Hufflepuff. My mind is just a little discombobulated. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Last Minwin. Sorry, I kind of got nervous about your first comment. That was my fault. I could probably buy clothes like his, but I'm tiny. It would probably be worth it to learn how to sew. Yeah, I mean, either way, Wraith, I think it's worth it to learn how to sew. It's a good skill to have. Did you see the live stream for Captain Marvel in the Marvel channel? It lasted several hours. Just looking at Goose doing cat stuff. What? I didn't know about that, Karen. Maybe that's worth looking up. If it's just a kitty running around doing kitty stuff. Mom got the sewing machine needle through her thumb. That's what I'm talking about, Brianna. Like, if your mom's going to do it, how am I not going to do it? 13 years, I've only ever managed to sew over my finger once. And that was because the cat got involved. And honestly, I didn't actually notice for a moment. Yikes. That's even scarier. Most painful place to stab yourself with a sewing needle is under the fingernail. Wow, guys! Whew. Christina's into the Hufflepuff. YouTube and social media is full of scary people. That's totally a valid concern. As someone like myself who works at a Goodwill, allow me to apologize on behalf of the rip jacket. It's fine, Chris. If I wanted an intact jacket, I would have bought one for full price, but this is a pretty good deal. It's a nice jacket for how much I paid for it. Badger Buddy, hello. Enough horror, right? Fabulous? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I mean, we're at a good point right now. Do you manage yourself doing the same kind of stream featuring... Do you imagine yourself doing the same kind of stream featuring PGC? I don't. Somehow I'm too protective of her to put her on camera too much. I feel like the things, if anyone tuned into a stream with PGC, I would get defensive no matter how they spoke. You know what I mean? Like, people would be like, oh, kitty cat. Oh, my kitty's like that, but better. And I'd be like, oh, is your kitty better than my kitty? Well, let me tell you something. Go fuck yourself. Like, I would get mad if anyone said anything at all about my cat. that was not. Yeah, I think if anyone said anything at all, I'd just be like, just you leave her alone. You just don't even talk to her. Check out Amazon for needle felt kits if you're interested. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Blah 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 blah. I actually just remembered I want to put Betrayal at Baldur's Gate on Amazon. There's a couple things I want to add to my Steam wish list as well, but I'll do it later. All cats are the best cats, and everyone can fight me if they disagree. That's what I'm saying, Fabulous. Whatever cat you're in the room with is the best cat in the world at that moment. They're all just little babies. Just you can pet them, and they usually like it. And sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do, and that's what makes it. That's what makes them good little babies. And dogs too. You walk into a room and there's a dog there. That's your obligation to just understand that dog as much as you can and be like, hey, little buddy, you and I are best friends now. I don't know. You want to fight me about it? Because we gotta stick together because we're best friends. By the way, you had your mouse cursor on my previous question about the cosplayers picks, but didn't read it. Oh, let me see. Let me see what Chris said. One of my cosplay friends, who remained nameless, found out that somebody took one of his pics from his fan page and uploaded on a photo album on Pornhub. Yeah, what are you gonna do, Chris? It's like, the pictures are up on the internet. There's not a lot you can do to make sure they don't get used in ways you didn't plan to like, I'm sure there's, my whole Tumblr profile was something that someone found, and they were like, hey, is this your page? And I was like, no. And I went there and I was like, hey, I understand that you're using the name Loki Hates You. Can you not? Because people think you're me. And she was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. And she sent me like the whole login and everything for the page. So now that's my Tumblr page. So it's like, people are going to use your pictures. That's what they're up there for, is to be seen. And then once they get seen and used, you can't really be mad about it. I mean, if he had his dick out and it ended up on Pornhub, then, I mean, that's kind of cause and effect. But if it's just a picture of him and it ended up on Pornhub, then what's the difference? Like, it's not going to be a most popular video of the year by just having a picture of a cosplayer on there, right? Wisdom teeth suck, so painful. Sorry, Brianna. Is going by fast. Yeah, we're almost wrapped up, Hubble Bubble Pop. We talked about sewing. We talked about WonderCon. We talked about Ricky Simons. We talked about board games. We talked about a lot of things. Don't steal photos, and I mean it. Yeah, Loki, I guess I don't take all that much offense about stolen photos, because there's really not, it's hard to, like, intellectual property is harder to own than we like to think. The photographer gets mad because it's like, oh, my photo got used by somebody else and they're making money off of it. And it's like, well, yeah, but what do you want? Like, how much money do you want for someone to take that photo and do whatever they were going to do with it anyways? Because chances are it's not a reasonable number, like, and they're not even really making any money off of it anyways. So if I see pictures of Loki Hates You up somewhere, I'm like, oh, well, there it is. Like, maybe they'll credit me, but that's about all I can ask for, because I'm not, I'm not the type of person who's going to be like, oh, well, you would be nothing without me. Like, they're a bigger thing than me, and that's why they felt they could use my photos, because, yeah, they could. I'd rather walk into a 2x6 hanging out of a truck. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll agree with that. That was a pretty minor injury, walking into that 2x6, but what are you going to do? I think the issue here is not because of the fact that someone took your pic, it's where they posed. But sure, Chris, but that's what I'm saying is, like, you could make a Loki Hates You compilation video and post it on Pornhub. And yes, it would be a bunch of my image on Pornhub. But at the same time, it would be a movie or a slideshow or whatever that would have 6 views on Pornhub. So it's not like I would be the most, Loki Hates You's renown would switch from like, oh, Facebook cosplayer to Pornhub porn star because there's pictures of me in a costume on a porn site. Like, that doesn't affect me. It just is something that someone decided to do, and I'm sure I could flag it or whatever I wanted to do, but like, it's still just a picture. It's still just a picture of me clothed. So I don't know. Whatever. Cats are beautiful souls, as are all pets. Agreed, last min win. Downside is my glasses would be broken, the same with my savings. I don't know what that's about. Wait. Oh, man. Oh, spring, the time where the neighbors bring out the stupid loud mini bikes. Ugh. Having loud neighbors sucks, but at the same time, I'm sure my family was also very loud in the summertime. Thank you, Fabulous. Oh, allergy season, am I right? Come on. Okay, with that, I think we're going to close it up. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. And I want to, one more time, tell everybody, Dimension Dorks is happening Wednesday. Twitch.tv/nerdbotmedia. Dimension Dorks is happening Wednesday night, 8 p.m. PST. And, yeah, we're going to have our celebrity guest, the voice of Gur from Invader Zim, Ricky Simons. So come and check that out. I'm going to climb into the dash of my car. Ooh, my girlfriend's going to go do some work on a car. So everybody, be good. Have a good night. And I will talk to you all again next week. Until then, miss you, love you, bye. I bless the rain down in Africa. There's nothing else 100 streams or more could do.